Hello, welcome back to GeoCamel. Today, we're going to be trying something a little different. So we're back on what is probably my most played map, a community world, but this time we're trying to get hedge streaks. I'm going to be playing no moving, and if you don't know what a hedge streak is, it's actually the amount of consecutive 20k games that you can get. So essentially you can afford to lose about 1,000 points per round. Which makes it not too difficult, but if you want to get a long streak, it winds up being pretty difficult, especially when you start getting those huge countries. So let's see how we can do. I think we could get a decent streak going. Right off the bat, this to me is looking like southern France. Yeah, and we see Monte Carlo, which should mean that we are... Would that be within Monaco or next to Monaco? I can never remember. Monte Carlo is certainly familiar. I think if we were to just go Monaco, I don't think that we would lose very much. I cannot really remember if Monte Carlo is just the name of a place within Monaco. It kind of seems like that sort of thing. We are on a roundabout here, with the road going down like that. Sadly, I'm not that informed about Monaco. However, I do see Metropole I'm not sure, shopping Monte Carlo, so it's definitely got to be in this area. And for just because I want to satisfy my ego, I kind of want to get a 5k here. No big deal if I can't. It could be this. We do have separated lanes, yes? Okay. Yeah, I could see that. The angle does pretty well match up, so let's see if we can get that 5k. And it was a 5k, nice. Normally with 5ks I really need a lot of signage, so I'm glad I kind of just got that from the angle of the road, knowing that it was Monaco. Of course, that is a really easy city. Okay, and next we find ourselves in what I guess I would have initially said Cambodia. That being said, it's not that stereotypical of Cambodia. The stilt house is definitely giving me some hope for that. It's really rocky here though, and I don't think I see that often. I could see this being Indonesia though, and I would explain where I think the sun is. It's a bit tough. Do I even go Kalimantan? I hesitate to. There's something here that seems almost a little less tropical than I would expect. We got these pines. I'm really trying to think though. It's not the easiest round. I think we're gonna lose some big points here. And it was actually basically Sulawesi. It was off the coast of Sulawesi. Now, the reason I didn't go Sulawesi there, you do see some pines throughout Sulawesi, so I actually thought about it, but we had a white car, which is, usually Sulawesi is known for having mostly black car. And I shouldn't take that as an absolute. Of course, that's just statistics, but I like to try to play statistics here. So this, I suppose, would be Brazil. I wasn't thinking so at first with the pavement, but that pole, right? 3 sections, looks like a Brazil pole. Although this does not. Oh no, it does have the sections. Okay. So, if this truly is Brazil, it's north, in my opinion, with the amount of palms, although palms do really often mislead me. Of course, I could just find out that it's not Brazil. One thing that's making me nervous is that license plate looks weird for sure. We're definitely looking for a slightly longer license plate in Brazil than the rest of Latin America. But other than that, it matches up and the poles seem right. So This is going to be tough because we actually need a really accurate guess in order to get our first hedge. I didn't expect to be in such trouble right off the bat. Now we do have some rolling hills, which may mean that it's not quite as high as I was thinking. Maybe we go around there, and that is definitely not bad for Brazil. I'm okay with that kind of guess, but it does leave us in a position where we now need to basically get a little less than 9,000 points on these rounds, so we can't really mess up. And seeing the US is not a pretty sight. They might be failing to achieve the hedge score right off the bat. That's okay. We'll have other chances. Definitely looks northeast to me. 295, I wish that was distinct enough. It definitely makes me think of like Massachusetts, maybe Connecticut. I don't think we're finding 295, and I think even if we did, it could be the wrong state because it is a state highway. I think we just kind of do a safe-ish plonk in the middle of Massachusetts because it could be up, it could be down. This might end the whole thing right here. I could have this seriously wrong. I have been known to think that something is pretty far north and then to find out that it's like, you know, West Virginia or Kentucky. And that's always a frustrating experience, but I think I do think I'm pretty solid on this being northeast, so let's see. Oh, and we actually did get the correct state. Way out here in the very west of Massachusetts. I've actually visited that area, so no wonder it looked familiar. I've been right around this area. Definitely helping out a little bit, so a little bit of pressure is off because that was a really good score, but we still cannot afford to mess up. And it looks like we got German, so is this some Gen 4 Germany? I cannot remember what German bullards look like because I have not been... I haven't really had a chance to do too much investigation into the Gen 4 Germany, so maybe I'm just making a horrible mistake here even thinking it's Germany, and that means it's something else. Got A-frame poles, and I wish there was just some way to confirm. I don't see this being Austria. Could it be Belgium? Can't remember what Belgian bullards look like, and I can't remember what German bullards look like. I know bullards are really basic shit, but I haven't really bothered to learn them. But considering that this is really flat, I mean, there are hills over here, are there not? It's really flat, and it reminds me of Belgium, so maybe we just click kind of like slightly to the west of Germany. Yeah, I think we just gotta send. We gotta, you know, you live, you learn, you start learning Germany. And there we go. And it just gave me a achievement for getting 10 perfect guesses, 10 5Ks. Yeah, I probably should have gotten that a while ago, and that's really confusing because I didn't just get a 5K. I've surely gotten more 5Ks than that. It must be a recent addition, so maybe it's only counting from a certain time. But yeah, we get our head streak going, so let's just keep going. Let's try to speed it up a little bit when we're not too threatened. But Community World is a funny map, man. It'll give you a really easy round, and then it'll give you something immensely hard. So this is obviously Latin America. It could be a really, really green Peru. Wish we were closer to buildings. It always helps to be able to see like electricity counters and stuff like that. What other impressions could I get here? Actually, is this really far south? Could this be really far south and it's actually like something like Chile? I don't think so with what we're seeing here, because I think we'd see like some pines maybe, or it would look a little more desolate. Like this is obviously, I would say, not all the way down into Patagonia. This could be a greener Peru, though. It's kind of hard. With the white car in Latin America, you can, of course, get Colombia, you could get Ecuador, you could get Peru, you could get Bolivia, and you could get Chile. I don't see a world in which this is Colombia. I mean, I just don't. Peru and Bolivia, I think, are stronger contenders here. I'm just trying to think. Usually when it's greener in Bolivia, it's like down here, and that's a little more jungly, so I think it could just be like a really green Peru. And I'm not very versed on like what looks super green in Peru, and I would not say it's like east of the Andes, which is one of the areas that you get that's kind of green, but that's a little more jungly. It's a bit of a tough thing to start on. I think this wouldn't be such a hard round for a lot of other people. Oh, but it was actually La Paz. So we got to remember, La Paz usually to me looks really dry, but maybe on this side we get a lot of green. So our head streak is under serious threat here. We can't drop much. So we are in Europe, and with these metallic structures, you know, with this sort of, I don't know if you want to call it a pole or whatever it is, this sort of like metal lattice thing, I often think of Hungary, but I don't think of Hungary at all when I'm looking at this. This just simply does not match up. Could it be even something odd in Serbia or something like that? It's a bit tough. We got like a nuclear power plant out there. I don't really know what that reminds me of. Again, not too much information to be gleaned from this round. Surely there's something I could get, but lines are eroded off the road. It's definitely an old... Oh! That is something right there. That pole could tell me something. It almost reminds me of like... kind of like Albanian poles, but I know it's not. It's the V on it is too big, I believe. This is a bit of a stumper for me. It's something that I should probably be working on. I think there's enough information here that I should have the country, but since I don't, I'm just gonna kind of plonk in the middle of the region where I think it could be. And I think that's a pretty reasonable mix-up to get between Slovakia and Czechia. Definitely got a bit of a vibe towards those countries, but you know, I'm not gonna lie and say that I knew what was going on the whole time. So here we have what looks to be my home state of California, and unfortunately I'm not gonna get too much of a chance to show off because this is just some Central Valley flatness, and I'm just gonna think for a moment longer to see if there's anything I can pick up on. These look like classic orchards. I would say this is south of where I live, almost for sure. So zooming in here, I wouldn't be surprised if this was maybe Modesto-ish area. Yeah, I think we just go somewhere around there. It's not guaranteed to be an amazing guess, but it should get us a minimum that we need at the moment. And it is definitely a good amount further south, but at least I got that it was kind of like Central Valley. I've definitely had better guesses in this area, but it's not awful. So moving on, we are gonna need 2 pretty strong games. We're gonna need to not drop 1,000 here. It's kind of doubtful. This is looking... I don't know how it's looking. We got a short plate on the front of these trucks, and I'm wondering if there's a world in which this is even Mexico. And just gonna check. Okay, that is big, so it definitely helps to know that we are in the southern hemisphere. I should have done that right away. So if we're in the southern hemisphere, we got a blue car. I mean, is this ever a weird Argentina? I suppose it could be. It's reminding me of America. Stuff like that kind of works. I don't know if that's close enough to mountains, though, that we would see them to the west. I don't see shit to the west, so I think we try something like that. It's a little confusing of a round for me. I've said that too many times in this video already. And it's not the right angle for this road, but I mean, do we really think we're gonna find the road here? I'm not so sure. I just think we're not gonna find it at all. I don't know. It was Argentina, further to the east, not surprising with that flatness, and that ends our head streak. Let's give it another try. I want to get at least one good head streak going before I call it quits today. What would this be? Pretty cool. It's winter, so I guess we're going Hungary. Oh, it's Czechia. Czechia does have winter coverage. I just figured, okay, it's Central Europe. I don't know if these trees qualify to be. I mean, they're split pretty low. Do we have any regional signs here? This could well be Western Oss. Actually, almost. Let's give it a try. It was Western Oss. It was not a great guess, but at least I got the territory, and I think I feel pretty good about that whenever I do in Australia. This, I would say, I don't know, maybe something like that. It was actually south. I wasn't really expecting it. It was pretty dry, but it's kind of dry all over the whole country of Senegal. This one. We have English. I guess it would be South Africa, and that's also not a good sign because I don't have a good read on it. There is a palm tree, so I guess we would go maybe kind of further south. Oh boy, I'm gonna go there, and that is a good guess. I'll definitely take that. It's not brilliant, but pretty good. We got yellow on one side, dashed on the other. Game is trying to confuse me right now. What is this, like Mexico? It reminds me of some areas of Mexico. That bollard probably says it all, but I don't have the time to spare at this point. I'm just gonna send, and it was actually the right province of Veracruz. So I'm definitely happy with that. I mean, it's not like a super high one. But we met the hedge requirement, and there was a nice guess or two. This is definitely plantation. They're definitely harvesting something off these trees. Very interesting. This type of pole, what does that mean? Kind of reminds me of a French pole. Guess it's Thai. It's very red dirt, though. And actually, no, there's no way. I mean, they could be passing on the wrong sides, but they are driving on the right. So I guess I switch back to Cambodia. Very red dirt that does line up. Yeah, I think we just do that. I mean, with the right side drive, it could be like a weird Philippines location. But nope, it was Cambodia. Okay, so we can live with that. This is like a Brazil, right? So I think, man, not very good at this sort of round. I think like roughly in this area, and I'll take it. It's a stronger guess. Going quickly here has not really been harming me. So it's a standard mirror. Standard mirror in Kyrgyzstan. I don't really know my Kyrgyzstan meta that much, but I do know that there's a difference between the standard mirror if it's at a different angle and if it has dirt on it. And there's some other useful information like, is it snowing? Is it sunny? And there's plenty to be learned about about Kyrgyzstan, but I have not bothered to learn most of it, and usually you're going to get enough points. So we got some Germany action, which could be bad for me, urban Germany, you know, if we don't see any information, that could be it for me. Goldanka, I mean, only place name mentioned is Istanbul. Centrum, Homburg. Oh, Homburg. Probably not related to Hamburg, right? Or Hornburg, even. I could be convinced to going Hamburg, though. But really, do we just try to keep it super safe? So I think I do more of a hedge, even though I could really see it being Hamburg. I think we kind of go down to Hanover, so it's less of an L. And I'm glad I did, because it was Rattingen near Dusseldorf. But yeah, we're doing okay. We're fine. We're fine. Is this some weird Thailand action? I think it would be some weird Thailand action. It's kind of I don't know, temperate. Gonna go there, and that works. Okay, so we're on our double hedge streak. We're just going to keep trying to do quicker guesses instead of getting muddled up in confusion. But, you know, of course, it takes the right rounds. And such rounds we may not have right now. Railway Avenue, Grieve Street. Do we see this being Canada in any way? It's pretty flat. And it feels to me like it's kind of northern. We got these dirt roads, which is definitely something. Other than that, we do not have a lot of information. A bit tired. Well, this hedge streaking is running me down. I think what I would want to do is like really southern, like Manitoba or something like that. I think we just do low Manitoba. I don't like making a guess like this. There's not a lot of information here, and we're just gonna make it. Oh my god, so relieved that is correct. Yeah, really, the Americas can end this stuff. Am I seeing... I think that is Cyrillic on top, and then we got English, and then we got German. So Cyrillic... Oh, yeah, could have been looking here. So yeah, some sort of Cyrillic language. Almost said American, Jesus.
Speak American!
English and German, and that should be used for sure to help us out here in solving this. It's got a Russian flag. You know, for my money, this is not Russia. Like, just at a glance, not Russia. A lot of English here too, which I don't think we'd be seeing in almost anywhere in Russia. I am wondering, does this place actually just cater to Russian tourists? Because of seeing that Russian flag right there. And this is an Eastern Orthodox looking building. We definitely have some clues here. I think we should be able to put it together. Could it even be, I mean, no, but we don't even have Romanian, so could be Bulgarian, but I really doubt that. Just immensely confusing here. This sort of thing makes me think Romania, though. What if it was? What if it was just like a really touristy place in Romania? I mean, I think we would see some sort of Romanian, right? The English is above everything else. This is hard. I go Romania. It is Bulgaria, and I'm surviving. Okay, so there was a reason why there was Cyrillic. I don't know why they were showing the Russian flag under like some of the Cyrillic, and I think that was Russian. Maybe some of it was Bulgarian, some of it was Russian, but it's interesting. Very interesting that they chose to do it that way. And Yeah, there's we're continuing with the theme of nothing easy today, by giving me a little another little America Canada toss up. Man, I can see either. I could definitely see Canada. I could even see going Manitoba again, but we're lacking information here. New Brunswick, could it be? Could actually see that. I think there was some sort of meta that if it is Canada and you got one of these guys, Transformers or whatever, facing the road, it could be New Brunswick. It could be misremembering that, of course. But I don't have much of anything better to go off of. We don't know it's Canada at all. I'm just gonna do it. Oh, it was New Brunswick. What a great site. So we live on for now. Is it really giving us Canada America crapshoot again? I think it gave us Canada again. And that's just demented, dude. You can't just give me like 3 Canadas in a game and expect me to do well. You can't do any Transformer meta off of that because that's not even on a road. Yeah, not really possible to tell. I mean, yeah, I do see this being Eastern Canada is probably my best guess on this, and it's kind of sandy, so I actually do see, in fact, this time maybe even going Nova Scotia. Is that a Nova Scotia flag also? I've just been completely ignoring that. I actually kind of think it is, so maybe we just like more full commit. No, it definitely is not. It was in Ontario. You know, like it's not like a absolutely terrible guess when you don't have a lot of information. You're like, yeah, it's the eastern half of Canada, but I know I can do better than that. This to me is gonna be for sure Western South America. I wish I could kind of figure out more from it. I wish, you know, if we had a little like poll or something to inspect. I am thinking maybe Bolivia. I mean, it's tough. It could even be Colombia. I guess we do have a white car. You can see just the corner of it there. And yeah, I could see Colombia. I could see Ecuador, but in Peru is possible as well. But I think I might even go for like maybe an east of La Paz type guess. It's not easy. And it is, of course, Bolivia. Oh my God, we barely made it, but we did. We're on a 3-head streak, and we're rolling. I think we can really get it going here. Sistema de almacenamiento y distribución. Oh, it's Ecuador. Okay. Wow, it is flat. Ecuador is really flat. So, I mean, I guess it's gonna be like towards Peru, like down there, right? I mean, what else is gonna be so flat and like dead? Ecuador doesn't usually look so flat and dead. This is Petro Ecuador though, so I don't think it could be anywhere else. So I think we just go around there, and that will certainly do. We'll take it. We got white and yellow in the middle here. So is this the thing that makes it Uruguay? I think it is. So let's yeah, like not really any point in wasting any time. I think we'll just kind of go central southernish. And yeah, that was a great guess. We're totally cooking right now. We're doing much better. Oh my God, and we get to recognize some more places. Oh man, what a blessing. So Pittsfield, I've actually been there before. My friend used to live there, actually before moving to Chico. So I went out to Massachusetts, and I've actually been there. So this should be just in Massachusetts, and it's saying Pittsfield is in that direction, 143 west, and that is indeed west. So we are like 28 odd miles west of or east of Pittsfield. Pittsfield is right there, And let's see, we had 143 west, so I think we just find that. Okay. Wow, there's a town called Peru out here. What the hell, dude? That's just a weird name for a Massachusetts town. So I think we would go a little further out here. Do we see any names? I mean, we got Ireland Street. Maybe that does exist in Peru. Ireland Street, like Ireland Street is going kind of southeast. I mean, yeah, that's not it. But if we can find Ireland Street, we're good. Basically, Commonwealth Street. But yeah, I do believe we should be a little further from Pittsfield with the distance. And yeah, we should really we should have this guy in position. So it's kind of like that. And just to check one more, Worthington is on the way to Pittsfield. So if we see Worthington, let's maybe find that first. There's Worthington. Okay, so we're close. We're close. It's gonna be like, there it is, Ireland Street. So we right lined up with Ireland Street. We're like a little bit east of Ireland Street. So awesome, dude. I always love getting a 5K, and I always love recognizing a place 1 yard away that was absolutely killer. Now I'm getting a little bit hyped. Now we're getting going. This is gonna be Thailand again. Yeah, not much to say. Actually, really crazy, spectacular landscape in the background. Super flat out here, and I wonder if we're near the sea or something. Very interesting. We got all these shacks on the river. Super unique location, I would say. Too bad I can't read any of these signs. But again, once you know you're in Thailand, that's just, you're cooking. You are cooking. I don't see any palms, but it doesn't seem like the sort of area where you really would see palms. So, I don't know, I think we just go center plonk here. Oh, it's actually south. So that is bad news for us. That actually makes perfect sense. I need to stop basing my it's north or it's south guesses off of whether there's palms there. That's really a bad idea. So I need to make up for this. It's looking like Russia, or is it? Looks really run down. Is it perhaps Bulgaria? No, it should be Russia. Which is really bad. I can't believe I did so bad on a Thailand like that. I think and the mountains. Oh man, the mountains should have told me it's not central. That's a big mess up. I think with those mountains, it's actually, in hindsight, it's kind of an obvious. An obvious south send right there. There's only so much I can put off. This is wintry, so I think I go around here. Oh my god, it was Ukraine the whole time. I didn't see any Ukraine men. I didn't see the red car, and I don't think I saw anything on the license plates. So yeah, almost ending our streak there with two not super savory guesses, but the Massachusetts guess was killer. Felt really good about the Uruguay, and the Ecuador, it could have been better, but it was pretty good. So here we go, trying to get reach 5. This is gonna be for sure Brazil. And just trying to judge here. I don't know if these roofs are kind of like, are they the southern style? Because I would have said north. I think I would have said north otherwise. And I think I still will. Yeah, this says north to me, I think, but where, I don't know. Maybe Bahia. I mean, we don't have the signature colorful Bahia houses. Of course, it still could easily be Bahia. It's always so funny how small Alagoas and I don't even know how to say this one, Sergipe or something like that. Very small. Don't think it's Piaui. Could be as far north as Ciara or Paribas, but I don't see any of the signature dryness. I think it depends on what time of year it is. Oh man, I just hate getting these ambiguous rounds. I was super far south. That was a big fail. Big fail. It's because it was coastal, but I didn't see a single like pine. I didn't see a piranha pine. I didn't see any of those plants that normally give it away, or even like the kind of eucalyptus guys that you start to see down there. I saw a lot of palms, and I went with it. That was really bad. It was really, really bad. We have to be incredible going forward. So I mean, it is it's definitely Brazil again too. It's like I'm being taunted right now. Oh shit. It's very red. Yeah. Game could be ending here. Maybe something like that I'm seeing. It could be. So what if I'm looking to the northeast, right? So it could be something like that. Yeah, this is you're hearing some desperation here. I really want to continue this. I don't want this to end like this. I think it might actually be a little more south. Maybe it's something like that. You don't like to see it. That's for sure. Especially after messing Brazil up so royally before. Oh man, it was that guess that I had before was actually a great guess. I should have kept with it. Bahia guess. That was like, I could have made up for it there, dude. I think that would have been like a 4,000, I don't know, 400 or something like that. So we have basically, we've already dropped 5,000. So I think we just ended our streak. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you have a good day!